there, guys. It's Kim George here from YourChicGeek.com. And yeah, I decided to make myself decent today to take you guys behind the scene of the all new Canva 2.0. So as many of you may or may not know, I am a huge Canva user, and I use it to solve 99.9% of my design needs, okay, from the visual design and graphic design perspective. So I thought I'd take you guys a behind the scene or give you guys a behind the scenes look at some of the new features in Canva 2.0. I have to say, there's some things that I really do like about this tool, or the updates to Canva, and then there's some things that I don't like. But overall, I think that they have added some features that really make it easier to kind of navigate and find things that you're looking for to apply to your different designs in Canva. And yeah, so I wanted to go through this. I actually put together a really in-depth behind the scenes look and some trainings and things like that on how to use Canva 2.0 in Lights Canva Action, which is one of the training courses that I do have available for those of you who want some advanced trainings. So you can click the link below to check out that, get some more information about that training and that course if you're interested in doing that. Okay, so here is basically the, let me move this over just a bit. But here is basically what the new Canva 2.0 looks like. Like I said, guys, I am still really getting used to this. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that has changed, but there's, again, a lot of great stuff that I do like. So number one of the things that I do like is going to be the new search feature. So it used to be when you logged into Canva, you essentially just kind of had a couple of sections. You had a section for create a design, and then you had a section down here for your designs to see everything that you've created. So now with Canva 2.0, what they've done is they've added this really nice search feature at the top of your Canva workspace. So for example, if you wanted to pull up a Facebook post template, okay, you wanted to design a Facebook template or a graphic for your Facebook page that you want to post to your Facebook page, what you would do in this search bar right here is just basically go in and type in Facebook, and as you can see, it's going to pull up every type of template that Canva has available that you can use for Facebook, okay? So you can do the same thing for Instagram, you can do the same thing for Pinterest, you can do the same thing for a blog post, so on and so forth. So I do really like the fact that they have added that search bar there to help you kind of search through templates a little bit faster, okay? Some of the things that I kind of am still not struggling with, but I'm getting used to is under Create a Design. You can see that they've basically kind of streamlined the templates right here. And, it used to be that the templates under Create a Design were kind of like on multiple rows, but now it's on one single row. And so if you want to locate or get to a different template, you just have to go over here to the right to kind of scroll to figure out, which template you want to access, okay? And then once you find that template, of course, for example, if you wanted to look for infographics, then here's the infographic template. You can just click on it, and then it's going to take you to all of the available infographic templates that Canva has available, okay? So that's another thing that I noticed is kind of different. Again, here you still have all of your designs at the bottom under Create a Design, and that's pretty cool. So that's that. Now, over to the left, this is one thing that I noticed. Now, I will say, guys, that I am using Canva for Work, which is the premium version of Canva. And so, some of the tools and the resources that I get access to with the premium version, you're not gonna get access to that. So if you're using Canva the free version, you're not going to get access to the brand kit, which is where you can basically go in and store all of your brand elements. So this includes your color palette, this includes your logo designs, this includes your fonts, and then this includes actually an area where you can go in and upload fonts for your different projects. And believe you me, this does come in handy. I think Canva has a pretty good selection of fonts that you can apply to your designs, but if you wanted to kind of switch things up and use a different type of font, then using Canva for Work, which is the premium version that you pay $12.95 a month for to get access to, is going to come in handy. As you can see, these are all of the different fonts that I've uploaded to my Canva for Work, okay? So I did want to share that. Now, they also have this new feature called Design School. And you know what? Something that I was really proud of, thank you, Canva, is I was browsing around in one of their articles and I noticed that one of my images was there. And I was like, wait a minute, is that for me? And I kind of kept looking and I was just like, oh my God, this is so dope. They actually put one of my images that I created with Canva in one of their posts. And so that was really awesome. But anywho, but shout out to Canva. I really appreciate you guys for doing that. That's really awesome. So, but this is their design school, guys. So there's a lot of different tutorials and things like that that you can get access to in the design school, as you can see. They have, some information here about, you're creating just a Canva toolkit, how to keep things simple, which is a big one for me. I love to keep all of my designs very simple. I don't go crazy with things. It's just not my flow. They talk about creating a consistent brand, which is all, if you want to make things look like they come from one person instead of 10 different people, that is super important. And so this is something that I really try to teach and stress in Lights Canva Action. So I really do like that. And so here's some more information they have here on, how to build a brand, Canva for beginners, creativity, and the whole 9 yards. And so I think this is really, really great. And yeah, they have a lot of good information over here in the design school. So that's something that you can definitely check out if you want to learn more about different aspects of graphic design with Canva. Okay, so here under Canva for Work, you can create a team. They still have access to, they give you access to folders, which is really important for organization. Now, one thing that I will say that Canva has taken away, guys, that I don't really like is it used to be a search bar underneath here, which made it easier for you if you're using Canva for Work and you have a lot of folders and a lot of designs like I do, because I do designs and custom brand kits for customers. It helps me to kind of go through and find exactly what I'm looking for by just searching for it over here. So I don't like the fact that they've taken that away. I do miss that. Canva, can you please put that back? But yeah, that is the one thing that I don't really like that they've done. Okay, but other than that, I think everything is still pretty much the same. Another thing I'm having to get used to is, the way that the workspace and the colors and things like that look. I'm used to using like a darker skin because I can see a little bit better with a darker skin, but this one is really light. I mean, it's okay, but it's just kind of hard to see certain things. Or maybe it's time for me to get glasses, guys. I don't know. All right, so let's go ahead and get into looking at some of the elements and how they've kind of changed things around when you're actually working on specific projects. So I'm going to go ahead here and type in Facebook, and I'm going to go ahead and click on the Facebook post template. Okay. So I'm going to pull up this template here, for example, and just show you guys some of the other things that they've done, okay, from the elements perspective when you're working in your workspace, which is over here. So one thing I've noticed that they've changed is if you click on elements, okay, you're going to see that they're going to have a couple of sections here. They have all, they have photos, they have graphics, and it looks like what Canva has done is they have basically kind of try to organize everything to make it a little easier to find things. But in my opinion, I kind of like the older way that they had this section, and here's why. So it used to be in the older version of Canva, for example, they had an icon that you can select to go to icons. They had an icon that you could select to look up images, and it would pull up all of the images. They had an icon that you could select to look up grids. And so as you can see right now, you kind of have to scroll down through these different sections to get to some of the other elements that they have here that you can use and place in your designs. And I don't know, I'm still trying to get used to that, but I do kind of like the older way. It was, to me, a little bit easier to get to things. So that's just my opinion. But for example, if you wanted to place a shape in your design, okay, again, it used to be you would click on shapes and it would have just the one icon for shapes. But now you can see that they have pretty much like a little row of shapes, and then you can still click on shapes to get to the other shapes to put into your designs. And I don't know, it's just, I'm not, I don't know. I guess I'll just have to get used to it. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But anyway, that's one thing, that's one kind of example that I'm talking about here. So this applies for every type of element. So you have charts, lines, frames. This is something that I use a lot. Illustrations, you have the Canva icons and symbols, and then you have the free images. Now, one thing that I do like, and I don't remember them or recall them having this in the older version, is the recently used section. I will say this is very helpful because sometimes, it's a little pain to kind of go back and forth trying to look for, okay, what graphic was it that I just used, or what element was it that I just used, or did I use a square, and all of that. So I thought that was pretty neat. And so recently used just kind of shows you all of the recently used elements that you added to your different designs. And so these are some of my recently used elements. And these are some things that I can just kind of go back to and apply them again to my designs. And it's just going to make it a whole lot easier. Okay. Now, a couple of things that I don't like that I noticed with the newer version of Canva 2.0 are when it comes to working in your workspace, I don't like the fact that it's a little bit harder. I'm not going to say harder, but they've made it a little bit more difficult to kind of drag images to the back of your image. So as an example, this is considered an image with an overlay. Okay, and that basically just means that you have an image in the background, you have a shape on top, and then you have text on the top. Okay, now the overlay effect comes into play right here with the shape, and then it basically allows you to kind of see some of the image in the background of your graphic. Okay, that is considered an overlay. Now, it used to be with Canva that, for example, if you wanted to add a different stock photo to your image, all you would have to do is upload it over into your workspace section. Okay, and then you would just basically go in and find an image, and let me find one. Find an image that you want to use and apply to your design. Basically select the image, and then you could just easily drag it over into the back, and then it would just pop up in the back. It doesn't do that anymore, and I find it a little annoying because that was one of the features that I absolutely loved because it did make it easy to edit your images. So what you would have to do now with Canva 2.0, the newer version, is, for example, put your image on top of this graphic, and basically I'm going to have to resize it and drag it all the way out. Okay, make sure that it goes a little bit over the actual graphic, and then select or hit the this area over here to basically change that graphic. I just think that's a little too much. Like I said, I just like the older version of dragging your image to the background and all that kinds of stuff. It was just easier to do that. But that's kind of what I've discovered with, redoing my course and kind of how it seems to work. Now, they still do have all of the different features here that you can apply to your images. So for example, they have the filters that you can do to kind of change the look and feel of your graphic. This is something that I do a lot. Okay, and then they have different adjustments that you can make. Okay, so the brightness, the contrast, I never really do any of this, but these are some things that you can do. Okay, then over here in the text features, okay, when you start wanting to make edits to your text, it's still kind of the same as far as the toolbar goes. So here is the section where you can change your fonts. You can change the size of the fonts, your colors. This is where you can apply different colors to your fonts. This is where you can decide if you want to, your alignments and things like that, if you want to center or move it to the left, your bullets, spacing. Okay, ungroup. Now, this is something that I will say that you guys want to pay attention to, because this is what happens. On an image like this, your text and your fonts are going to be grouped into one kind of, big chunk of fonts. As you can see here, this is like 3 different fonts that are all grouped together, meaning that if I were to increase this, I can just do this to increase it. But moving things around individually, I can't do that until I ungroup it. And all you need to do to ungroup your text is just to highlight the text section, okay? Go here, click ungroup, and then now you can kind of, move things around the way that you want to and increase the sizes and, decrease the sizes and all that kinds of stuff. So that is something else that you guys do want to pay attention to. Now, another thing that I noticed that I'm kind of having difficulties with a little bit with the newer version is it's a little harder to see when you're making edits to your text. It's hard to see the text edit boxes. So you see that? I'm like, gosh, I think I need glasses. I don't know, but it's a little difficult to see that. So that is something else that I did notice. But It is what it is. Hopefully that'll be something that Canva can kind of fix to make it a little bit darker so you can see a little bit better what you're working with and what you're editing, okay? So those are some of the things that I did notice in reference to the elements. So the text section, it's pretty much still the same. You have the option to use these different headings and then kind of change your fonts. Or if you have issues with pairing fonts and putting things together that look well together, the easiest thing to do is to just come over here and use some of the pre-designed and pre-selected font combinations and add them to your designs. Okay, so that's still there. Background section, that is still pretty much the same to add different backgrounds to your images. The upload section, this is where you can just pretty much come in and upload different things, images, stock photos and things like that that you can add to your graphics. Your folders, again, this is good for organization. Now, apps is a huge this is something that I believe is only available in Canva for Work. Yep, it is. So this is something that is only available in Canva for Work. And I'm just going to go through this really quickly, but essentially what you have here is a couple of different things. You have the animation option, where this is basically where you can come in and you can animate your graphics. And I do think this is really, really cool. So for example, if I wanted to create an animation out of this graphic, what I could do is come over here to the right, okay? And then I can click to, hold on, where is it? Where is it? Okay, there it is. I'm going to click publish, okay? And then when I publish this, I can actually turn this into an animation, and here it is right here. So if I wanted to create an animation from this, I can click publish over here to the right, click on animation, and as you can see, this is the new animation that it will actually do in Canva for Work. Again, this is the paid version of Canva. So you have the different animations here that you can select. So they have a fade, they have a pan, they have a block, rise, all these different things, slide. And I think this is actually pretty cool. And we are living in the day of social media. When you're doing social media marketing, it is good. It is a great idea to kind of mix up your marketing. And basically, instead of just posting static images, creating like animations, putting videos, and all of that kind of stuff in your marketing does mix things up and makes it more interesting. So I do love the animation feature, okay? Now, they also have the Organization Pro. Again, this is for folders. They have your brand kit, which I just walked you guys through that, where you can add your own, your color palette, your logo designs, your fonts, and then you can upload fonts as well. Okay, they have the Fonts Pro. Again, we just talked about that, where you can upload your own fonts. They have the Magic Resize feature. This is really dope, and this is something that I do use a lot. And essentially, all it is this. If you create one image, for example, I created this image, and this is a Facebook post. If I wanted to use this same image on Instagram and on Pinterest and on, let's just say, LinkedIn, then if I were using the free version of Canva, I would have to actually go in and create each one of those graphics from scratch. However, with Canva for Work, I can just easily go here to Resize and say, hey, I want to turn this image into a Instagram post. So all you would have to do is click Instagram post, and then you could copy and resize. I would do copy and resize because you want to leave the original there, okay? So you can do copy and resize, and then it's basically going to take that same image and turn it into an image based on, or an image that you can use and post on Instagram, okay? So it's really, really a nifty tool. I will say that I do like that, okay? So that one is pretty cool. The transparent background feature, this is amazing, especially if you're doing logo designs in Canva. Now, you know with the logo, you want your logo to look clean. You don't want anything behind it. And so this is the feature that you definitely want to leverage in order to make your logo designs and other image designs, kind of have no background. This is especially helpful for course creators. If you're creating landing pages or even sales pages, or anybody actually, but if you're creating things like landing pages, you're creating sales pages and things like that, then the graphics that you design in Canva, guys, you can actually apply those graphics to your landing pages and then remove those backgrounds to make those images look transparent. So that really does come in handy. And then again, for your logo designs, this is where you would definitely want to use that feature, okay, to remove any kind of background colors or anything like that that would appear in your logo design. So Transparent feature is really great. The Canva schedule, I don't use that. This is for social media scheduling. I don't use it because I use Buffer for social media scheduling. Now, a couple of other things here really quickly is the embed feature. I have to say that this is really dope, and this is how this works. I'm going to go ahead and copy this page to copy this page down here, and I'm going to get rid of the text on this page to show you some of the things that you can do with the embed feature. So for example, with the embed feature, okay, you can essentially add videos and things like that to your graphics. I think that is so slick. So for example, if I have a YouTube video that I wanted to post to my social media page, all I would have to do is, or my social media graphic, all you would have to do is go here to YouTube, okay, and then basically put the image in the middle of this page, and then you would go here to paste the link to the actual video tutorial from YouTube. So I'm just going to go over to YouTube, and I'm going to take a look at some of the videos that I have here on my channel and just kind of show you what you would do. So I'm going to go here. This is my channel. Okay. And I'm going to click this video tutorial, which is showing people how to create a sales page in WordPress. You basically would just go here to copy the URL of the page. Okay. And then you would basically paste that here and then add to design. There you go. Okay, so let me remove this, and then oops, let me go down, and then there you go. This is the actual video. So if I wanted to say, hey guys, you know, something like on post on social media and say, hey guys, if you want to learn how to create a kick butt sales page, I'm not going to say what I put there, but if you want to learn how to create a sales page for your website, here's a video tutorial that shows you how to do it. And then it actually has a little link there, and you can just post it on social media. And that is a great way to get engagement and to kind of visually show people how to do something. So I think that's pretty cool. And so some of the other things, of course, that you can embed include TED Talks. You have your Facebook information that you can embed, Vimeo videos, Giphy, which is GIFs, Twitter, information from Tumblr, Typeform, all this kinds of stuff. So I think that is really a great idea. So I do love that. Okay, so I'm going to exit out of this. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Go back to that design. Here we go. Okay, so that was one of the things that I thought was really cool with the apps feature. Okay, so the Canva schedule, the embed emoji, you can add that. You can use your Facebook photos, Instagram photos, and then they have a section here that it is for unlimited images for stock photos that you can use for your graphics. Now, I will tell you guys, I'm a huge fan of Pexels.com. I'm going to put a link there below to Pexels. Pexels.com is a phenomenal site. There's a lot of beautiful images there. I'm actually going to just go there right now. But it's a really beautiful stock photography site that you can get just about any image that you can think imaginable to use for your projects. So this is the website that I go to, and again, they have a lot of gorgeous, as you can see, look at this, oh my gosh, gorgeous photos that you can use in your graphics that you design in Canva. Okay, so but this is pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to again take you guys behind the scenes just to kind of show you some of the new stuff that Canva has added to Canva 2.0. Another thing I forgot to mention is that they do have still have the share feature here. So if you wanted to share your designs with someone, you can definitely click their email address and put their email address in here, and then you can invite people to either edit. This is definitely for you if you have maybe a virtual assistant that you want to send your designs to. This is where you would do that. Or if you just want people to view the design. Okay, so I think that is awesome. And then, of course, you have your download section. So, of course, if you're downloading images, you want to do either a PNG or a JPEG. If you're downloading PDFs, then you have those options there. And then the publish section. So if you want to present this, you can do a presentation of your graphics. You can publish to social media. Canva actually has a new print service that they're offering, so that's another way. And then as you can see here, you can schedule all these different kind of options. So they have a lot of stuff going on. So anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this little behind the scenes look at Canva 2.0. And I love to hear from you Canva users. You know, what features of the newer version of Canva 2.0 do you like? And what are some of the features that you don't? Do you kind of think that they dropped the ball with the new Canva 2.0, or are you, missing the old one? I would love to know your thoughts. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I really hope you enjoyed this behind the scenes look. I'll see you guys around. And yeah, cheers, guys. Thanks so much.